Yep, we're live. All right. So, Trials of Mana. I still don't know whether the volume is too loud or not. So, please let me know. I'm going to just turn it down a little bit more. Because it is a pretty loud game. Or at least it is on my settings. Let's try and drop it. Okay, good. Alright, so we want to, I've played through this a fair bit, so I'm going to do kind of like a bit of a streamlined playthrough. Sure, we'll put it on hard. The character choices in this game are pretty cool, and this is where the game really shines, is that its characters are you pick, out of 6 of them, you can pick 3. So, a lot of the characters have, intersecting stories, and there's basically, 3 main, arcs and bad guys throughout the series. And those characters affect 2 of the characters each, in unique ways. So, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to play the main character that I'm hoping that I'll be playing through when I actually play through it all the way, and that's going to be Reese. She's a princess of a mountain kingdom, Amazon guard. She's pretty adorable. Game is pretty. Her gameplay, I like her overall. I played a bunch of the characters, and I gotta say, out of all of them, her playstyle is probably the funnest for me, just because she kind of focuses on both luck and strength, and then there's a bunch of things that she gets to do on top of that. So we're gonna go with Reese.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
And then we're gonna go with her counter to the story, which is this thief dude. And this thief dude is from the group of people that actually attack her city. So there's a bunch of people that attack her city, and I'm going to go with him so that we can see her story, and then we can see his story right from the get-go.
The name's Hawkeye, renowned thief from Navarro.
And then we're going to do Angela, which I in the demo I think you only get your champion 1 unless you're playing Charlotte as your 3rd, in which case you pick up Charlotte right away. But for some reason I haven't been able to get more than 2 of the other main characters in the demo at the same time. But Charlotte, apparently her pickup part is pretty early on. So her general character and story is really annoying. It's extremely annoying. If you want to play all 3 of the main stories and deal with all of the characters and the people that you meet all at the same time, then you play either all of the boys or all of the girls. It's the easiest way to divide it. Or you play so it's going to be either Charlotte or Kevin, and then either Duran or Reese, and then either Angela sorry, not Duran, the thief guy, or you play Duran and Angela, and those are the total stories. So if you're picking one from the first 2, and then 1 from the second 2, and then 1 from the third 2, basically. So this way, in this setup, you'd only really see the specialized story around, but you see the full story around Reese and the thief, and you would only get half of a story from this content. But that's what makes the game so replayable, is that you constantly replay it and replay it and replay it. And this is why it was such a mythic game that never really came to the West until they did recently they did an official re-release, and then here we get this release. So
I'm Angela, Princess of Altana.
So she's a pretty funny character. I have a save that I'll load up, and I'll kind of show you her abilities and whatnot, and then I also have another save that I have with Charlotte. So I'll be able to show you all the female characters, and then I think his name is Kevin, the thief guy.
As was her daily routine, Reese, Princess of Laurent, the Kingdom of Wind, was performing her duties as captain of the Amazon Guard.
I will take care of it. Observe.
One harpy.
Captain Reese, please be careful.
So out of all the characters, I'd say that Reese has the weakest voice acting,
to upset the peace of Laurent.
but it's not bad by far. So yeah, and then I want you to do the whole like thing. You can evade by jumping. You can also evade by shifting. And then charge attack. And then powered attack. It's like her initial skill ability, probably one of the best.
It is as I feared. The monster population has increased. And I can feel it. The haunting cries of the wind.
The mountainous kingdom of Laurent. Atop the crags and treacherous terrain sat the formidable, impenetrable Citadel Laurent. Thanks to its elite guard of Amazonian fighters, enemy forces had never managed to breach the Citadel defenses. Until...
Now then, it is time for my brother's training. Where has Elliot run off to?
Some of the animations are a little like seem a little stiff, but again, what they've done with this game, being a remake as it is, and this is the demo, so we don't know if this is like the full thing. Demo's been out for a couple of months now, and the game's not releasing until next month. So the map is pretty explorable. There's some areas and some invisible walls. You can't jump on everything that you want to jump on. You can't get to every place that you want to get to, or that looks interesting. But it's good enough that it's not terrible. And there's always like rewards you for exploring. So NPCs, you talk to most of them, but just like a general like the old school RPG game, some of these characters have the exact same lines too. That's the other thing that's pretty cool. And so fun to break clay pots, like, my goodness. And then to find dogs. Yeah, dogs and cats. There's lots of dogs and cats. Perhaps you should ask Alma. Alright. Go find Alma after I go raid some rooms for some treasure. And again, because you're the princess, you get to just walk into everybody's room, take their life savings. This is a perfectly operating collective. You're just like, hey, you got some cool stuff there? I'll take that. Oh, did they really? Oh, that's sad. I did not. First of all, I haven't even seen that ability or that thing. But the good news is that this is made on Unreal, and it's sort of a moddable game, especially when it's not, offline or when it's not an online type game, So, I mean, maybe we might see some of these things come back. I don't know, just guesstimating. So you talk to the king.
Father, have you seen Elliot?
Interesting question for a blind man, but I sense his location. Give me a moment.
So he's the king of an Amazon kingdom, and he's blind.
He is not far.
I'm
assume
not
he is
accusing
still on
him
the
of
ground.
anything, but
I am certain you will
do
find
you
him
know
if you search.
the real story behind
That
the whole
boy,
Peeping Tom
where could he be?
story? And I think it was
He
Guinevere
knows what time it is.
and the horse ride. Yeah. I'm not accusing him of anything. I'm just saying maybe maybe he looked around at the goods a little too much. Maybe. I'm sure there's good reason for it. I gotta say, I have seen their
Alma, have you seen my brother
advanced
recently?
costumes, and
Oh,
I was, especially
how
considering this is coming out from
strange.
Square,
I would have
I thought
assumed
that
the
they
young
would
prince would be
have
together
not
with
have gone
you,
that
Your
way, but
Highness.
the
He
advanced
hardly ever
outfits
seems
are,
to leave your side after all.
pretty good.
Prince Elliot never knew his dearly departed mother
They haven't,
before she
at least so
passed.
far, they haven't like
But
really
you
like
have done an
censored much of
admirable
that.
job
So,
filling her shoes, Your Highness.
and if you can only unlock one through each
The
playthrough,
Princess of
that's actually
Levant
pretty
had
interesting.
but one brother.
You got to do 4
Elliot.
playthroughs on each character essentially to
Their
get
mother
all the
passed
costumes.
away just as the prince was born. She did not live
Oh no,
to
no,
see
5,
her son.
5, no 6, no 8, 4.
The
no,
young
4. Yeah,
Reese
it's 4.
would never forget the moment her mother slipped away, just as her dear little brother was brought into the world. All of
Poor
Laurent
girl.
mourned the queen's passing, but Reese only found peace alone on their sacred mountaintop. There she cried until the tears wouldn't come. Always a kind-hearted child, Reese swore to show her brother as much love and affection as she could.
Yeah, son, I
to
have
make
no
up for
idea
the loss
why
of
they
their mother.
constantly do that. It
She
seems
took on the
just
responsibility of raising
really
him
stupid.
as best as she could.
It's like if that's their character and their personality, and they were
Mother.
written that way, and trust me, she like her personality is definitely one that would do that. Like that's their personality.
Where
That's
are
the
you?
character. Why ruin what they are? Why change what they are? It's like you don't change villains because they're bad. Villains are bad. So is there no room for growth or character development? Like,
Hey, you're the Prince of the Citadel, right? Want to see something interesting, little boy? Ta-da!
Stranger
I just
danger,
happen to be
stranger
a
danger.
wandering magician performing in these mountains. I'm here to show you some tricks, young prince. Look!
Stranger danger.
Ooh, wow.
Now,
Has nobody
feast
taught
your
this kid
eyes
stranger
on my
danger?
multiplying trick. Ta-da!
Ooh, wow.
I have many more tricks up my sleeve. You know the passage under the citadel? I can show you more tricks if you take me there. Come on, let's go, little prince.
It's just again, stranger. Has nobody taught this kid anything? Oh, like seriously. It's like how. No, he was literally just here. What? How are these guards so incompetent? Ah. I'll go over the items in a little bit here to kind of show off what they each are and what they each do. Did I search everywhere? I'm pretty sure I did. So the game, oh yeah, I should mention, the game only saves at these golden statues. You also recover health and mana, but yeah, you can only save the game at these locations or at the what that? Innkeepers. It's like, have you ever walked up to an innkeeper and been like, "Hey, can I save my game?" I wonder how many of them would get the reference.
Elliot. He knows it's time to train. Would he really have gone under the Citadel? Huh.
Play near the underground passage. He seemed to have a friend with him, since he was talking to someone. You're a castle guard. You didn't take the time to find out who the prince was talking to? Complete stranger. You have no idea who he is. I believe you can get this on the Xbox. I think you can. You might wanna. Oh, right. I think you can get it on the Xbox. I will do a quick internet search here. As soon as we get to one of the events. Here we go.
Elliot! Where are you? Come on! Show me the tricks!
Stranger danger! Stranger danger!
No need to rush, young prince. First things first. I'm Bill.
And I am called Ben.
Aw, I thought you said you multiplied yourself. Show me something good.
Never fear, never fear. We have a big surprise in store for you.
Come on, kid. I mean, Your Highness.
Huh?
I bet a smart
Okay, so it's
boy
coming out on
like
everything
you
except for the
knows what's
Xbox.
in this room.
That sucks.
Of course I know. This is the room where we control the winds that protect Laurent. But you need this royal key to operate it.
You know what? I have an idea. How about you turn off the wind with that key, huh? If you do, we can bring your mother back to you with our super secret magic trick.
What? How
Don't
is he
you want
believing
to
this?
see her? If the wind wasn't so strong, she could come down from the heavens and see you. So how about you turn it off? For her sake.
This is so terrible. This is the cringiest
My
thing in the
mother?
game right now.
I can see my mother?
He's
But
never saw his mother
my sister
before.
Reese said I could never turn off the wind.
And his loving sister, who's
Aw,
kept him
you
safe this whole
poor
time, has told him
child.
never turn off the
Your
wind.
sister is
Why they
lying
have the
to you.
ability to turn off
She
the wind
knows that
with
our
just a
magic
key
can
is...
bring your mother back, but she's trying to keep her all to herself. It's so unfair, don't you think?
What? No!
Hurry. Your sister might come and stop you at any moment.
So there's a total, each character has a total of 8 classes. 7
Here she
original
comes
from the original
now.
game, and then they're adding an
If you
extra
don't
one at the
stop
end of the game
wind,
in a new
you may
chapter.
Never
apparently.
get another chance to see your mother.
Yeah, and why does the kid have the key?
But
Hey, here's a key to
Come
the
on, kid.
defense of our
Just do it
entire
already.
country, and we're gonna give it to a 10-year-old who doesn't understand stranger danger.
Elliot! Who are you scoundrels? Step away from my brother!
Reese!
We did it! Without the wind, this citadel isn't so tough. Our Navarlan forces are already prepared to invade. They're probably storming the castle as we speak.
The thieves of Navarre will take Citadel Laurent and make it the seat of our new nation. Think of it! We'll be stealing a castle. It'll be our last big raid, but what a way to go!
You're nothing but filthy spies!
No, they're
You
thieves.
don't have time to fight us, Princess. How is your blind leader supposed to defend himself without his trusty captain and a guard?
No! Elliot! We have to get to father!
And here she goes. Leaves her brother behind.
Wait! Reese!
Well, well, well. Look at that. Your sister left you here to save her own skin. She doesn't care about you at all. Now, come with us.
No! No, she wouldn't! Reese!
Shut up!
Wait, where's
It's like-
Elliot?
Pure cringe. She got all this way, didn't even realize he wasn't even behind her. Didn't think to hold his hand. And here's the other question that I have. So, as you can see on all the other floors of the castle, place is like locked down like really, really hard. But for some reason, in their like super secret underground access, which isn't secret at all, there's just a door here, there are no guards guarding anything in the near vicinity.
Elliot! Where are you? Answer me, Elliot! Oh no! This is all my fault!
Kind of a little bit. So yeah, just my only like heavy critique of the game is like how much like oh, it's such a like it's oh I almost rolled my eyes and stopped playing at this point. I was like,
Hold
how?
on. Captain. Sleep spores. The spores spread throughout the Citadel once the wind stopped. Go. Save the king.
So she is a strength-based character, pretty majorly. That's kind of her thing, which is great because it means that she's like, out of all the characters, she's like the second highest like damage dealer when it comes to attacks, and she got like one of the top 2 or 3 like best abilities, like AoE abilities. So yeah, so normally you'd go strength, but you can unlock a fair bit. You can only go up to 6 in the demo. I don't know if it goes more beyond that, or if that's tied to the class. So the class is kind of like, so you unlock 3 stages of the class. This is your first one, then you get the second one, and then you get the third one. I'm going to assume that that's what these are for. 1 and 2 is for this class, 2 and 3 is for the next one, 4 and 5 is for the last class. Yeah, so as we can see here, the thing that's kind of changed a lot is there's no agility. And so I really wonder if they just, like, I wonder why they removed it completely. But, yeah. But each thing that you raise gives you access to these, like, special abilities and stuff. So, it's kind of cool. You got quite a bit. Interception, you got quick heal, fortitude, and then some of these abilities play off of other people's abilities. So if I learn this pinpoint one, I can equip this little sign down here with the 2 people holding hands. It means I can equip this on any of the characters. So once I unlock this, I can move that ability over to any of the other characters. So we're actually, in this one, we're actually going to go for, instead of going for a strength build, which is what you should do on her, we're actually going to go for a luck build up to 4 points, take pinpoint, so that way we can share that ability with somebody else, and that'll be the next character that you'll see here. Then we'll dump the rest into strength here, so this is kind of a strength-dependent class. So basic attacks, kind of like, yeah. Then you get the heavy attacks. Then you get, like, you combo things together with, like, aerial attacks and jumps. And then you get bonuses for how you defeat the enemy. Because it took me more than 10 seconds to defeat the enemy, I only got 3%. And because I got hit, I didn't get the 10%. Next battle, I'll show you what you get when you do the other one. Some of the map, I think, changed a little bit. Or I might be... No. Alright. Go! Let's bump up the luck. And then we go over here and we equip that ability. So it's not the greatest ability, and you only get 1 point per level, except if you're the main character, then you get 2 at your first level up. But all of the other characters don't get that 1 bonus if you're playing them, as far as I can tell. So power attacks kind of stun. Reese has a really easy, like, spammable power attack, which is kind of nice for, like, just general stuff. She's doing a lot more damage now that we leveled up. If we'd gone the other route with just straight up strength, it would have been quite... She should be doing a lot more damage now, but not a ton more. But now she's, you know, she's getting a little bit more crits in. But now you see that bonus is kicking in, you get the 5% plus the 10%. And then when you go to bigger fights, then you just kind of...
I will not hold back!
Booyah. Then you get a bonus for using abilities and whatnot. So it's really easy, and it's actually really fun to farm in this game. like just wandering around, killing stuff over and over and over again.
Father, please hold on!
Oh, Father. Oh, no. Yeah, we get to the other most cringiest thing. It's like...
The wind told me this day was approaching.
So he knew that there was going to be a day.
To stop it. The shift in mana has dulled my senses.
So
Father,
he knew this was coming, and yet he didn't do anything to
Elliot is
prepare
gone.
for it.
I've let them get away.
Ah.
I see that Elliot is no longer in the Citadel. The enemy has him.
Why? Why? I mean, at this point, why?
Father! No!
instead of like out here helping her you know, her fellow guards or fellow countrymen.
Burn! Burn to the ground! We've destroyed
can't-
most of the enemy forces. I'll return to Navarro to report our success to FlameCon. Everyone, fall back for now.
The wind. And now the wind returns.
Yeah, waited until everybody was dead.
Elliot,
Again, it's like there's people in there, still
do I
need your
do?
help.
where should
Help
I
the
go?
people. Help the people.
My father has always said that the Priest of Light in Windle has answers for those in need. He will surely know what my next move should be.
Should probably help your people. Should definitely not run away from the burning castle filled with people who need your help.
Mother, I leave Father and our fallen countrymen to your care. Elliot is my responsibility.
I would like these hair physics in the game. That'd be nice. But no, she should put it back in the ponytail. Or the half
I wear
ponytail thing.
my mother's ribbon with pride. May it protect me on my journey.
Citadel Laurent fell to the agents of Navarro. The princess found herself without a home, a father, and her only brother missing. She set out to find him.
Yeah, that's probably the first thing you should have done. So you probably should have kept the key, like, guarded by, like, a lot of people. It's like, hey, this day's gonna come where people are gonna attack us and take our key, and yeah, we probably want to avoid that at all costs. So maybe, I don't know, I'm just throwing out ideas here. I'm just spitballing ideas. Maybe keep the key under lock and guard. Probably worn by like your strongest fighter and, you know, a whole bunch of like people that just follow them around the whole time. Probably would have been yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's one of these things where it was like it was inevitable, right? There's nothing that he could have done, and the only way that any one of them would have survived is if he gave the key to his kid, so that he would just give it to them. And I don't know, maybe that's a thing.
Jad belongs to Ferolia. Don't resist, and we may spare you.
Oh, sounds like a great
Herodian
group of
forces
people.
have taken the town and closed the docks. Now my ship's stuck in the harbor until who knows when.
It's like Maybe you could take
Beastman
them on.
guards have attacked the town. I will never reach Wendell at this rate. Elliot needs me. I must find a way out of this place as soon as possible.
So lots of like hidden goodies and item seeds. I'll go over item seeds in a minute here, but lots and lots and lots of cool like places to go, things to find, little like nicks and crannies, hidden areas. Gotta love this. Boop. Yeah. It's like I'll show you on the account that I'm gonna take into the game. It's like, good lord, do I have like a lot of stuff. And I like that. I love that there's so much like exploring and like jumping around you can do. They really did a good job on this. And I really like the feel that the world gives you just by having all this like extra stuff and extra places that you can go to and things that you can find. It's not like I hope that there's more to it than just what they've added so far. I hope there's like the one thing I've been disappointed with so far is they don't seem to have any like hidden areas, like areas that like what you see on the map right now is what there is. And so far I've not found that to be not and like, you know, figure out the solution is to getting into a location, and it's not just on the map so that you can see that, oh, for sure there's a location here, you know, and so I'm kind of hoping that they do that. So here's one of the other main characters in the game.
Oh, give me
He's
a
like,
break. What kind of weapon shop doesn't sell weapons? If this is a joke, I ain't laughing. Come on, these beast guys are itching for a fight. Not sure if I can beat them all on my own, even if I had more weapons. Headache.
So this dude's like, hey, I want to defeat these beast guys. And he's standing beside a girl who's got a very large spear. So, I don't know, maybe he'd be like, maybe we should team up. That'd be a good idea. Yeah, that'd be a very good idea. But nobody thinks of the good ideas. I swear. Like, they're adverse to good ideas. Yes, this is, as far as it goes, you're 100% right. As far as this goes, this is the worst opening story. Just so we know, just so you guys know, well, except for Charlotte. Charlotte's got a worse opening story. But, like, as far as the story goes, yeah, this is about as bad as you're gonna get. But it only gets better from here. And we're gonna play through the thief story, and then we're gonna play through Angela's story. And you'll see that it's like, it really, really is, it gets better. It gets way better. I love the jumping. I love the exploring. Oops. Oh yeah, then there's a bucket over here. And if she was smart, she'd just start taking out beastmen like left, right, center. It's like, you know, oh, here's a beastman who's not paying attention. It's just like, just take that one out and take out one of the other ones, and then, yeah, you know, do the fun, cool stuff. But no, so that's kind of like the first city here. There's not, like I said, I love the fact that there is hidden stuff here and there, but there's just not enough hidden stuff. And I think they could do better on that, and I hope they do. I hope some of the other areas in the game, like further into the game, have some like really well hidden like stuff all over the place. So here's the thief, dude.
It might not be my place to meddle, but you should stay inside when beastmen are around. Leave once it's dark instead. Pay less attention to little things like guard duty at night. I'm free until then, if you're looking for some company.
And I thought this is where you pick them up,
worry, I was
but
joking.
no.
Beastmen of Ferolia look like humans during the day, but at night, they transform into animals. Don't leave the house after dark. You hear? Hey, if you're trying to leave the city, night is actually best. Once the beastmen transform, they lose their better judgment. The whole lot of them
Hey,
tend
Blunt
to
Man,
get together
how you
and
doing?
brawl amongst themselves until dawn.
That's not
It's
good,
easier to
by the
sneak out
way.
of the city then.
It's really not
Good luck.
good.
I should lie low at the inn until dark, in order to make it past the guards unnoticed. I will find you, Elliot.
Alright, so if you're playing as any other character, this is where you will find Reese in their story. She's up here just kind of hanging around. If you talk to her, she's the only one who has like some interactability to her. Like she'll ask you if you've seen a little boy, and you can lie to her, and then you can confess to your lie, or you can keep lying. Kind of interesting. This is where what's his face is.
Scared me. Shh, shh. Don't tell them I'm here, okay? Can't be found out. I am one of them, but not with them. Can't let them see me. Don't tell. Please?
So then, yeah, in all of these stores, like, aside from this one, they don't have anything in stock because they get raided.
Lots of wares to browse.
Yeah.
Come again.
Don't need to buy anything. You get a lot of items. I'm playing on the hard mode, and I hope that their like New Game Plus has like even the higher difficulty, because right now it's like even on the hard mode it's kind of a joke. We'll do the boss fight and I'll show you. Alright, so here is Angela. She is sleeping. Seems the girl just sleeps all the time when you're not playing as her. She's just always like off in a corner napping. No charge, get to business with Beastmen in town anyway. Well, isn't me sleeping here kind of like me using your business? I mean, I'm just throwing out ideas. So they have a day-night schedule in the game. It doesn't get activated until you leave this town, but once you leave this town, then the game will start rotating between day and night cycles. The night cycle and the day cycle rotate through days of the week, and days of the week affect various spell abilities, making them stronger or weaker. I thought that was absolutely brilliant and super cool. Alright, so this is a magic pot. You plant seeds in here, and then they become items. I don't know how that works, but that's how it works. So you take an item seed, and you plant a couple of them, and you get items. I got Marpoto oil, another oil, candy, and a storm coin. And the up in the corner you see it leveled up from 1 into like level 1. The highest I've got it is like into level 2, and you start getting better and better items out of it. This is also how you get some of the best items in the game, is by farming seeds from NPCs, planting those seeds, and then getting the weapons and the armor from them. Kind of a cool system, a little bit like crafting, sort of, but, you know. We'll go see if what's-his-face wants to come with us, which the answer will be no, but still. Because he's still here. And where's all the guards? Like, they're all gone. They're all gone. The music's great. The enemies are just adorable. They're little bunny rabbits and mushrooms. And she's gonna go on a genocidal killing spree. I don't know why, but yeah, that's what she's gonna do. Oops.
Stay true.
Yay, bonus XP. Excuse me. Alright, items. Stardust Herb! That's such a common thing in games. Divinity 2 has Stardust Herbs in them as well. Lots of items. You gotta keep your eye out for stuff. It's kind of cool. Gotta remember to use dash. More wishes. Some of the characters do run in the Naruto style, yeah. It's pretty funny. See, like, there should be, like, hidden passageways and stuff in here. And maybe there is. There is some, strange things that I found that I haven't quite figured out what, you know, what's going on yet. But, yeah. Another item seed. Poor rabbits. I'm just killing them all because I like their bites. So adorable. Green pots hold health, and blue pots hold energy, or like the stuff that you use for like doing ults and stuff. So got 30% in each one. More candy. More candy for me. Oh, I missed the item. Medical herb. Oh yeah. Level up. So we're putting everything in luck till we get to 4, and then we're gonna swap over to strength. So one more level. So yeah, so far this is one of these weird things. Other than a treasure chest being in here, there's nothing here. There's nothing here. Like, there's literally nothing here. It's so strange. It's like, there's gotta be something to some of these locations. And I'm sure it's probably just like, you probably end up coming back here in the you know, after the demo's done. But we can't do that because of the way that the demo's set up. So probably what's going on. You can like farm items crazy good. We will quickly go over here.
I will not hold back. Wind!
Oops, I didn't get the 10%. Darn. Little chop bites, so adorable. Lots of little hidden things. I want more hidden stuff. Hello, Coco or Cuckoo. This is the other thing that I haven't figured out here yet. This thing. Don't know. I'm sure it's like after the demo, but really, 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 really want to know what that is. In the old Super Nintendo game, there was a secret boss that you could fight with only certain characters. Like, it was only one out of like 2 characters that if you brought them, you could fight the extra boss. And the boss had like cool drops and stuff like that. I like that, but I kind of wish that they had that for like all of the characters. So all of the characters had a particular boss or bonus boss that they could fight. And that once you like unlock that, then there was like, yeah, get in that corner. Face the fury! Face the fury of the spear! But yeah, I kind of wish that was a thing.
No one believes me, but I saw it. A strange light was floating over the lake. Maybe it'll appear tonight, too.
Ooh. So that's kind of a hint of like, hey, come back here during the night. I do like that they added a dash ability. I guess it's pretty handy. That is the quickest way to farm XP on this particular area, this particular point in time, is to just like spam that group over and over and over again. Ability under the strength tree, and that's this counter ability. Whenever she gets hit for 30 seconds, which is actually a fairly long amount of time, she gets a 10% attack increase, which is like, it stacks up pretty good. If you can stack that with a couple other like stacking abilities, yeah, she's kind of a beast. She'll easily do like go into like full beast mode. Just as a side note, you really need to search all of Lakeside before you leave Lakeside for the first time. So yeah, just a little bit of a hint there. Yeah, Blunt Man, that's how some countries are handling this whole LARPing situation, right? 'Cause they're just putting their head under the sand and just hoping that it doesn't affect them. Like, you know, if we pretend it's not an issue, then it won't be an issue. It's like, yeah, that's man, I feel for you, because that is the one, like, people can overreact and underreact, but not reacting at all, and just like pretending that it's not an issue. Ugh. So here it switches from Lumia Day, or to Dryad Day. We talked to the townsfolk, and so pay attention to this because this is kind of important. So the pumpkins are about to be ripe. There's like what? Like 6, 12, yeah, it's like that's a whole bunch of pumpkins, but is it enough pumpkins to burn the town over? I mean, I'm sorry, but possibly burn the town over, possibly. Dude, give me armor, give me armor, give me armor. Let's see if we get any better luck in the weapons department. I love the dancing guys.
Well, lots of wares to. Oh, good choice.
Yes, we will.
This is useful.
All right. Don't need that anymore.
Come again.
And the spear actually changes. That's nice. I mean, I know that that's like something that's like everybody kind of expects that, but it's still disturbing to see how many like RPG games is like, here's an upgrade. You're like, cool. Wait a second. It looks like the exact same thing that I was just using. Yeah, but it has plus 50 more attack. Like, how do I know that? Hello, little girl. You should definitely run. You should definitely run away. You should definitely run away very, very quickly. So, I'm just going over all the hidden items here. I mean, it's not going to kill you if you don't hit up all this stuff. Frankly, there's a lot of items in the... there's lots of, like... A lot of these items is, like... You get as many items as you can just by killing stuff. So it's like... yeah. Hey, what kind of wisdom do you have for me? Oh! Well, that just broke my immersion. That's just hugely... Like, there's a dude in the game who's just like acknowledges that this is a game. And he's like, hey, you could totally save your progress at the statues. It's like, what? How? Okay, so he saw a strange light in the evening too. You know, in the old version, they didn't have this like helpful like head to this place or head to that place. They didn't have that. It was just like, good luck, ha 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 ha, sucker. You had to like talk to every single NPC you could possibly find to trigger the right like events to like get the story to progress. So I'm kind of glad that they kept this, because it's just kind of annoying when it's like you have to go talk to the random dude up on the shore in some random spot. It's like, Yeah, that's another thing, yeah. Employers don't like sick people. The sick people don't make the money. Well, until they run out of people to recruit and to, you know, have work for them. In which case, kind of in trouble. Doggy! Grrr. See, the doggy knows what's up, right? Like, he can sense, like, something's on the wind here. So this is one of my favorite little spots of, like, getting to, if I can... Ah, yes! No, smash. Too bad it was only for 4 gold. That's disappointing. I think he just sells regular stuff.
Somewheres to browse.
Yep,
Come
nothing
again.
needed there. Up around the corner. So yeah, that's the whole town. That's the whole sweep. I got everything right. I'm pretty sure I got everything. Let's take a quick gander just in case it got up there, got over here, got there, got back there, got over there, over there. Okay, we're good. Changed out the weapon, and we're good to go. So yeah, definitely want to do that once, at the very least. So now this is the path to Wendell. Oop. I always forget about the camera shift there. And boom! Oh no! An invisible barrier.
What is a magical barrier doing here? This is not good.
No,
I
it's
must find
not.
someone who knows a way to break through this.
Mm-hmm.
Stay true! Stay true!
2 more groups. So you can prepare like a preemptive like power attack. So one of the good strategies for like farming attacks with Reese is you go into oh darn. You go into one fight and you let yourself get hit to activate the counter ability, and then from there you just have the counter on as you go into the next group, and then you wipe them without getting hit. It's a little tiny faster, but yeah. So anyways, got pinpoint. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and equip that now. And you know the one thing that I wish was here, which it doesn't tell you your current crit rate, which is kind of annoying. But you know, whatever. Alright, so now we need to find a way to get through the barrier. So the best thing to do is to head back to the town here. We can talk to this random dude over here. He's all like, hey, I'm stuck here because of the barrier. I can't get home to Wendell. Take down the barrier. Hey, buddy, if you figure it out, let me know. Could spend the night here, I guess. Finding a way home is a problem for the future. You can stay here too. Maybe the barrier will disappear overnight. You never know. I love the helpful suggestions that they have. It's like, oh, you should totally try this. Oh, lady says, used to be able to go through the castle. The other side, unfortunately, Wenzow's closed to it. They closed it to keep their city safe. It's like, that's probably a good idea. You guys should probably do something like that too, because, you know, cities are being attacked left, right, and center. It's probably a really good idea, to probably go out of your way and just make sure that you're defending yourself. I'm just suggesting something. Chocolate, egg, dryad, icon, demon claw. Yeah, a couple of good things. Oh, curious cookie, magic elixir. That's actually really good. Like, yeah, this is actually really good. So it takes just under 30 items to. I think it's about 28 items are going to be all like consumables and stuff. So candy heals you by 200. Chocolate heals you by 400. Medical herb, stardust herb, cup of wishes reses you. Magic rope returns you to the entrance of an area. Increases XP by 10% temporarily. Ah, interesting. Max MP increased by 2. I did not get this the last time I did this, and now I feel like now I'm like, ooh, maybe I should save this. Maybe I should, yeah. Because yeah, you get these elixirs from the garden bank, but you only get a certain number of them, and they increase random things. I did this playthrough like 3 times, and each time I got a stamina increase. So I'm just now realizing, oh, maybe you get a different one sometimes, and that different one might actually be might help you to min-max a little bit more. That's really interesting. Or it's just you unlock all of them eventually. So yeah, cool. Storm icon deals wind damage. Cancels out damage from enemy for ally once. That's kind of weird. It's really weird how they phrase that. Oh, they have projectiles in this game, which is pretty awesome. Got some class items, some key items, and yeah, that's about it. Alright, so we'll all be like, hey, dude, let me sleep here. So we'll save it. Because this is actually kind of interesting. I've never gotten this one before. I wish I had when I was using my other character, because she was kind of like an MP hog. So she just kept on using like MP constantly. So, interesting. Oh, here's this light. Reese, wake up.
Huh?
Why are you sleeping in your armor?
Oh, what is that?
At least take your shoulder pads off. It's gotta hurt.
Light?
Chase the strange light.
What? What a mysterious ball of light.
It seemed quite powerful. There is no way to know if it is dangerous or not. I should investigate.
So let's talk to this lady. She's all like, it's an evil omen. Story and legends say that the phantasmal light will bring the destruction of the town. We're doomed. It's like, again, maybe you guys should do something about that. I mean, I'm just suggesting, I'm just throwing out ideas here.
I will not hold back! Wind!
Oh yeah, you can also do power attack combos. I should probably show those. So you can go 1 and then do an attack. So 1, 2, then attack. 1, 2, 1, 2. So you actually have like quite a number of different options for like attacking and like doing stuff. Oh, and I forgot a chest over here. Oh, I feel terrible. Absolutely terrible. A whole chocolate bar. Oh. What would I have done if I had lost that? So not an enormous amount of additional crit with that ability that increases it 10%. So I'm wondering almost as if your base is like 5% chance to crit, and then, or close to the 5%, and then it's just, it doesn't really go up that much from there. It's something that is like, it's like, I don't know, but you'll see why I'm building like this once we get our second character. Oh no, the light fell down. It stopped. It's exhausted. Sometimes I get crits like back to back, and then other times like it doesn't show up for an entire fight. I don't know how much luck you need to really like make that happen. This game was notorious for not having a manual that told people how to actually play the game or what abilities did.
Are you hurt?
You just kind of had to figure it out on yourself.
I'm all right. Oh, who are you?
I am Brice of Laurent, captain of the Amazon Guard. I saw the light from Astoria.
I see. I have no other option. So I suppose you'll do. Hold on.
What?
The reaction that you
mind.
get from
I'll tell you
from
later.
Angela is pretty hilarious.
Please. I need you to take me to the Priest of Light in Wendell. I can't fly any further on my own.
I am headed the same direction, but there is a barrier around the cavern. I think we are at an impasse.
I can get us through the barrier. But we need to hurry. Something has happened to the Sanctuary of Mana.
The Sanctuary of Mana? Wait. Oh my! Whatever that was, it came from Astoria. I need to go back.
Oh, we need to get going. Let me rest inside you for a bit. You won't see me, but don't worry, I'm still here.
Oh, whoa! Oh, wait! What?
Don't delay.
Yeah,
we must see to Astoria.
Her voice is in my head.
Hurry.
I'm not sure if telling somebody you need to rest inside them is exactly
understood.
like. I mean, that's kind of a thing that most people run away from. You take Fairy with you. That's so funny.
So, why are you heading to Wendell?
I wish to see His Eminence, the Priest of Light. I believe he can give me guidance.
Oh, I see you haven't had an easy time yourself.
It's like. It's kind of cute.
Prepare! Wind!
One shot.
Stay true!
So, yeah, the town. I'm sure everything's fine. It's fine. Everything's good. We don't need to panic. It just, they probably just blew out a fuse or, oh dear. Oh my. Oh my.
What happened? Where is everyone?
This looks like the work of Beastmen.
How awful!
There is no time to waste. We have to get to the Priest of Light as soon as possible. Wendell is in danger.
So now everything's changed. There are now new items everywhere, which is kind of cool. And in kind of a really sad way. I mean, you know, it's so sad that they, you know, that the whole town burnt down. But this is what you get for not selling me armor, old man. Just saying. I'm not holding a grudge or anything. I'm certainly not happy. I'm certainly not happy that this has happened. And as you can see here, excuse me, all of the pumpkins are gone. So my question is, did they attack and kill an entire town for a patch of pumpkins? Like, was that their motivation here? Like, really? My goodness. I mean, that seems a little extreme. Just a tiny bit. This is where I started to be like, okay, I'm a little bit more invested into the story. It's getting actually a little bit better, but it actually starts to get a lot better. Like once I played through and like saw some of the other like character arc stories, I was like, okay, this is looking not too bad. This is not too shabby. Candy. More stuff. Ooh, 100 coins. I wish I had a store to spend it at. Oops. Whenever you buy stuff playing as Angela, she's got some of the greatest lines. So funny. She's like, Yay, shopping! Ooh. Yeah, more item seeds. Alright, so I think I hit up everything. Yeah, behind the building, right? Yeah, I got everything. Alright, yeah. Sorry, town. Sorry, totally didn't mean to get you all killed. I tried real hard. I'll be back. Oops.
Hello there! On your way to Wendell? Sorry to ruin your plans, but that cavern is blocked.
Oh, you see,
So I guess she told
What's
her the
this
story.
about a fairy letting us through? Whoa! Are you serious? Of all the people. Huh. I guess this explains the light earlier. You can call me Hawkeye. I have some business in Wendell, if you must know.
That's what his name is, Hawkeye. So now we play through his story real quick. This is probably one of the most like. This is one of the more gripping stories.
Where there is light, there must also be dark. So the thieves of Navarro lived in the shadows of the world.
Going in. Get ready.
Great voice work on this guy, by the way. Steal the treasure. Any extra treasure for me? No? I love this guy.
It's my money.
Great motion capture here.
Like taking candy from a baby.
Ah, a thief! No, not my money!
You had to make this complicated. Now that I have your undivided attention, let me give you some advice. You've made a killing swindling the people living hand to mouth in this town. Now's your chance to put yourself in their shoes. Maybe you'll think twice about your dirty business practices now that you're the one who's lost all his money, huh? You should thank me, really.
That's rich coming from a common thief! How dare you!
Touché. But something tells me you'll get over it. Farewell. Try breaking a sweat with an honest day's work for a change.
Ah!
The kitty boy. That kitty's so cute!
Nivarlan thieves were known to sweep through towns, stealing ill-gotten goods from the undeserving rich, while their leader, FlameCon, held down the remote desert fortress in the sand dunes.
I've returned from the raid, sir.
Well done.
Oh, you haven't heard. Forgive me. King FlameCon has disbanded the Thieves
Oh,
Guild
she looks familiar.
and declared Navarre an independent nation under his rule. We're wasting away in this forsaken desert. Mana power is shifting and threatening our place in the world. Our people's resources, like the waters of the oasis, are drying up. We'll lay siege to the kingdom of Laurent in the north and create the Navarre nation. Now, His Majesty has a meeting to attend, so you just sit tight.
Oh, Hawkeye. When did you get back? Is something wrong?
What is FlameCon thinking? He's never been ashamed of our thievery before. How can we give up our entire livelihood, our creed? And for what? What is going on? And there's something strange about that Isabella. I know she saved the Lord's life when he was stranded in the desert. But making her second in command? What's her angle?
I'm sure my father has the people's interests at heart, Hawkeye. If the wells we all depend on go dry, we can't live here forever. So...
But a king? FlameCon hates monarchies. So now we're going to bleed the citizens of our new nation dry to fill the king's pockets just like our enemies do? How will we be any different from them?
Stop insulting my father.
Oh, what? Did you want to play the part of the pretty little princess, Jessica?
Stop!
So yeah, interesting. Okay, so no items that we collect here carry over, so I'm just gonna kind of like speed through this. I'll try and point out where some of the chests are. Basically, it's not even that hard, it's just like items are just kind of scattered around. Here's Jessica's room. Looks like she's already kind of living like a princess already. Meow. You say something mean to Jessica, you better not have. I would have, said, hey, Jessica, probably maybe not a good idea for us to, like, take somebody else's kingdom just because we're having trouble on our own. Maybe we should come up to a solution for our own problems instead of, like, putting our problems onto somebody else. Why am I going in? Oh, right. Ah, here's a chest. I like how he opens chests, like, just kind of flicks his finger at it. It's kind of funny. And this dude's all like, hey, man. Oh, oh, oh. Keep running into a wall. Excuse me. What do we do, meow? Gotta love the cat puns. They're actually kind of fun to write. Like, I won't lie, it's actually kind of fun to write cat pun dialogue. Why, yes, Blunt Man. You will enjoy the personalities of Angela. Angela has a great personality, and I think there's a couple of enemies that have pretty good personalities too. Eagle wants to talk to you. Okay, cool. Where's Eagle?
Hawkeye, there's something bothering me. By now I'm sure you've heard about the invasion of Laurent. Have you noticed anything strange about my father lately? That's exactly what I thought. We two have grown up together here in the fortress, so I knew you must have noticed it as well. I knew it. He hasn't truly been himself since he went missing in the dunes last month. Fortunately, that newcomer Isabella found him before he... But I swear nothing has been the same since. If my hunch is correct, Isabella may be at the root of the problem. But no more. I will expose her for the evildoer she is.
Cut me a break, Eagle. Don't rush on ahead. Something's got me on edge. I better go after him.
Shh. Stay vigilant. Huh? We'll surround them. I'll go to the other side.
I like the strategy here. It's like, we're gonna surround them. So, I'm gonna run over to the other side of the room, and then we're both gonna enter the same room in the same direction.
Do pass on my message.
Hold, fiend!
We have you now. Whom have you snuck into the fortress? And what have you done to my father?
We'll continue when pests are taken care of. I leave them to you.
Oh! You children will find out there are things better left unseen in the world. But no matter. I will have you forget my little secret. Just like FlameCon.
Stop manipulating my father! I'll throw you out of this fortress myself!
This would be the moment for him to, like, you know, attack full out.
What an innocent babe.
It hurts!
Said he just stood there. It's like, I could take whatever evil spell you have.
You have to run, Hawkeye. Must eliminate. Hawkeye must be destroyed.
No! This isn't you, Eagle! Fight it!
Oh dear. He can't hear you now. What will you do? Attack your friend or perish on his blade?
Story of your life. Right. Now, can't run away for some reason because, you know, that would be the courteous thing to do. Is like, hey, maybe I don't want to kill my friend. Just a thought. Yeah, there's a hidden chest in here, by the way. Well, sort of.
Eagle, stop this! I don't want to fight you!
Nope.
Eagle! Stay with me! Hawkeye, you did the right thing.
Still alive, I see. Oh. Allow me to fix that.
Eagle! Eagle, no! You did this to Eagle, you foul!
I'm done playing.
They did a
child.
really good job making her look like a really terrible person.
Someone, come quick. The man's a murderer.
What's the problem? No! Not Eagle. How could you? Don't move!
No! It wasn't me! I would never! Let me out!
Murder is no laughing matter. Your execution date is being decided. I suggest you reflect on your crimes while you wait. Oh, best be quiet, dear. If you tell anyone, your friend Jessica's life is forfeit.
What have you done to her?
Oh, I just gave her a cursed little present, if you will. If you step out of line, you may not like the consequences.
Let me out! Versus. Is someone there? Anyone?
This poor guy is like halfway between having brawn and brains, and is just kind of stuck in the middle. So he doesn't really have very good either one.
My brother.
Oh look, she's got a brand new necklace on her, which is glowing with all kinds of red evilness.
They're saying you did it. Who killed my brother?
Talk, and her life is forfeit.
Please. Tell me. Who was it? Hawkeye! Why won't you say anything? No.
So this is why I picked him as my third character to play, because his storyline's actually like pretty.
And Eagle?
It's pretty brutal. So it's like, oh, okay. Well, I can't wait to get revenge on that very, very, very evil woman. He's literally standing against the wall when it explodes.
I believe Mew. I know Mew are framed. Come on. We need to get away from here as soon as possible. Quick, through this hole.
Isabella will pay, but I can't stick around Navarre any longer.
This cursed present Mew mentioned,
I think it's the legendary choker at death. If the stories are true, once Mew put it on, Mew can never take it off. And if Isabella dies, Jessica will die with her. But the Priest of Light in Holy City Wendell might have some leads. Mew should leave Navarre and find the Priest. I'll take care of things here.
What? Okay. I trust you, Niccolo. Take care of Jessica while I'm gone.
Hey, Mew take care of me ourself. Don't worry, I'll look after Jessica.
And nobody's gonna suspect him when they, you know, when they go into his little, like, the jail cell, and they find a pathway with, you know, lights going all the way to this guy's store. Nobody's gonna, like,
the prisoner's loose. Stop
question
him.
that. Which is way out of here. So his attacks are, like, pretty decent. He's got, you know, really decent, like, just basic attacks. And then his power attacks are actually not that bad either. And his oops. We'll get a level up on him first. Actually, I think I can go this way now. Alright, so his so his abilities, he's got lots of strength, so he can end up doing a lot of damage. Increases attack by 5% when he's over 80% HP. This is a really nice buff. He's got ward off, interception, same thing as Reese, stamina. He's got retain, which is kind of nice ability. Lets him like have increased, toxins, 30% chance of poisoning when using a power attack. That's actually really decent. And it's a shareable trait, so this is actually goes really good for both him, and it's also really good if you put it on like another attacker who has a really strong power attack, like Reese. Reese has a really strong, like, spammable power attack. So if you move this over to her, she'll have like this tons and tons of poisoning all the time. Spirit, 5% CS gauge when you defeat an enemy. But here's really why I ended up like cementing my choice with him. He's got Enigma, which is the same thing that some of the other characters has. Drops him on the threat meter so that they stay on your your main character a little bit more, or on your tank character. But this one, increase item drop rate by 5%. That's nice. I think that might be quite handy, and it's a shareable trait. So I think we're gonna end up like boosting this. And then probably strength, and then throwing a little, just enough in here to pick up toxic. Then that way you kind of have the ability to like spam that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. I don't think any of these changes, like nothing that we're doing is actually gonna like stick around. So we're just gonna kind of like power blast through this here. His power attack is really spammable too, so. And here's where you get that other treasure chest that you'll have seen when you're like running around. You'll be like, oh no, how do I get this? That's how you get it. So yeah, he's got pretty good synergy with Reese. Reese has got pretty good synergy with him, and then yeah, then you throw in another character.
Eagle, don't worry. I swear on my life that I won't let anything happen to Jessica. I have to leave now, but I will be back to avenge your death, dearest friend. And I will save your sister. Jessica, you have to stay safe until I return. Please be safe.
Hawkeye, pained by the loss of his dear friend, set off for Wendell to find a way to lift Jessica's curse.
So Bluntman, I'm just kind of curious, how many women have you dated that routinely like stick death chokers on other women? Just cause? I mean, I'm kind of concerned for you a little bit.
News is that Naval has mounted an attack on Laurent. I need to stop Isabella and save Jessica. Not to mention the rest of my people.
Are you certain you speak the truth?
Why would I lie? I even told you I was a thief. If I was gonna lie, I would have lied about that first.
I believe you. I was there when the Navarro forces attacked the Citadel. I am the princess of the Kingdom of Laurent. Now I must find my missing brother Elliot, the prince.
What? I'm sorry.
No, please. It is not your fault. The culprit appears to be this Isabella you spoke of.
I'm not a big believer in chance. There's a reason we've crossed paths. I'll come with you to Wendell.
Hawkeye has joined the party! Alright, so you can switch between the characters whenever you want. But let's go let's check his oh yeah, so he's got 4 now. So alright, I really want to try this out, so we're gonna go ahead and try this. Load him up for bear. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put Enigma on him. And we're gonna put Pinpoint on him. So he's got a luck of 12. And she has a luck of 11. So I think he's gonna end up becoming our like crit attacker. So kind of like that's kind of how we're like figuring it out. Yeah, so that's kind of how we'll set this up.
Allow me.
And then she ends up getting. Oops. She's our looter, so she's gonna loot stuff. And yeah.
So impatient. Give me a moment. I'll get rid of the barrier.
Fairy, you could have said that before I walked into it.
There. You should be fine now.
So these guys are kind of weird because they have what looks to be like a helmet.
To see someone come so far alone.
Being a thief isn't exactly the safest profession in the world. I'm handy in a fight.
I am glad. I hope that we reach Wendell hale and hearty.
So here's the other thing that you can do, is you can affect their strategies. So what we want him to do is we want him to attack nearby enemies first. Yeah, all out. We want him to do moves. Oh wait, he doesn't have that. And then this class strike ability, yeah, sure. Then no healing. But later on, once you start like unlocking more abilities and stuff, you'll end up seeing like how much more they can end up doing. They'll unlock all kinds of like spells and stuff, and I will show you that on my other characters. None of these guys have spells like immediately on.
Work together, everyone.
Well fought.
Aw, is it over? That's disappointing.
I love this. Treasure. But then there's another treasure. Oh, so fun. If it was just more than candies, though. Like, seriously.
Watch out for the enemy.
Well fought.
Stupid mushroom. Hold still. There we go.
We should leave this dark and treacherous terrain.
You'll wish you'd never crossed paths with us.
Well fought.
Anyone got a light? I'll take point and leave the rear to you.
Oh, bloody.
I will not fall. Stay true. Well fought.
Took care of that. Okay, leave it to me.
Hostile entities, be careful.
What a waste of time.
Don't think so.
So there's his
Allow
special
me.
ability.
Not too bad, if I do say so myself.
Dream reads change the day from whatever it is to whatever else you want it to be, or to like the next thing. So it's like day to night, night to day.
No need to stick around after a win.
See, hidden items. Why is there more hidden items? And now we meet Charlotte. She's got ridiculous shoes, a ridiculous hat, a ridiculous voice.
Oh, I thought it was Ivana, but you saved me. I'm Charlotte. I'm a famous beauty from Wendell.
Oh yeah, super famous
is no
beauty.
place for one so young to play.
But
Actually, she's actually older than like all of these
I
people.
grew up with no parents, but there was one poised in Wendo that was always nice to me. Heath was kind and helpful. He took care of me. My grandpa asked Heath to go to Astoria to look into something for the temple. But I got a really, really bad feeling about it. I didn't want anything to happen to Heath. So I followed him in secret and didn't tell Grandpa when I left the temple that night. By a horrible twist of fate, a creepy-looking man took Heath away right when I finally found him again.
She's just so...
And then I couldn't even get back to Wendo because of the barrier. Until you opened a path through the cavern for me. I got a little lost on the way. And fell down. If you hadn't been there, it would have been good night, Charlotte. That was close.
Well, young lady, I am on my way to Wendell to see the Priest of Light. I do not suppose you would care to join me?
Oh, you want to see Grandpa? Why didn't you say so? You didn't know it, but you helped your chances. I'm actually the granddaughter of the Priest of Light. But, you know, Wendell isn't far from here. You might need my help getting there, but I don't need your help getting home. Take care that you don't get lost. Bye-bye.
So
I
yeah.
certainly hope she will be all right traveling alone.
So yeah, she's like, it turns out that she's actually like super old, which is kind of disturbing because she acts like a child, even though she's not. And like, I mean, apparently her body's like stuck in like, you know, oh darn. Apparently her body's like stuck in like,
That was the last
you
of
know,
them.
old
Don't
form,
get too comfortable,
I
though.
guess. But still, it's like, it's. I don't like the character. I think she's very poorly made and written.
It is unwise to get in our way.
I hate to pick on such weak targets, but...
And there's the daytime shift. So the day just constantly shifts and changes, and it's like, that's pretty interesting.
Hostile entity! Be careful! Stay true! Well fought!
Darn it! Oh, for crying out loud, really?
Didn't know my own strength.
I'm playing like a boomer here. Yeah, so apparently she's like half elf or something like that. Again, I just like she's probably she's the best healer in the game, and she comes with like a whole bunch of spells like literally right out of the gate, which is super handy to have. She uses a flail of all things. So yeah, it's kind of a generally an interesting character, but like I tried my first game, which I'll load up here in a little bit. First game had her as like main character, or not main character, but like as one of the side characters. Picked her up right away, played through it, and she's so annoying. She's so annoying all the time. She's just so annoying. So it's like, okay, meh, like meh. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can put that up with.
I confess, I am a little nervous to meet His Eminence.
Thank you so much for taking me here. Hurry! We need to request an audience with His Eminence.
So again, lots of hidden things. Lots and lots and lots of hidden things. And you can also pick up upgrades now.
Welcome. Lots of wares to browse.
Looks useful.
Come again.
There is a boatload of items in the game too, like just from what used to be around in the old game, or in the original version. It's like there's a ton of items and stuff.
Welcome.
Right.
Lots of
Can you
wares
give
to
me-
browse.
I have an eye for quality.
I had wanted this.
Come again.
So yeah, it's like good amount of like. I would prefer more than 4 items for my character, but it's better than some games. Let's check how much we got. Medical herb, chocolate, and pumpkin. And some oil. Not quite level 2 yet. Oh, there's a treasure chest down there. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna take your stuff. It's totally, I left it with Joe. Remember Joe? Yeah, I left it with Joe. Now I'm back, I'm just grabbing it. It's fine. Nobody notices. like the penguins from Madagascar. You didn't see anything. Oops. Sorry, didn't mean to attack you.
Please, accept the Goddess of Mana's blessings.
I am Reese, the Princess of Laurent. My country was set upon by the thieves of Navarro. My father, the king, is dead, and my brother is missing. I was unable to save my father and country, but I will not stop until I find my brother. Please, Your Eminence, I need your guidance.
No! Laurent has fallen? I fear that without the help of the Goddess of Mana, there is nothing I can do to help your kingdom. There is no other way to bring Laurent back to its former glory.
Told you, she should have stayed.
Your Eminence, what do you know about the Choker of Death? How can I stop the curse? I need to save Jessica.
Choker of Death? But that's a forbidden and ancient magic. How did this come to be?
So far, this guy's not been very useful.
Here's
Just
the
saying.
story.
I am certain that Isabella is not what she seems. Hawkeye, my apologies. But I do not know how to lift a curse so ancient and evil. Only the Goddess of Mana can do that.
Only the Mana Goddess? That can't be. What am I supposed to do now?
Wait! I have something to say. Your Eminence, please listen. I have come from the Sanctuary of Mana to tell you that the Mana Tree is withering. Mana power grows weaker by the day.
Withering? But without the Mana Tree, the seals on the Mana Stones will break. The Benevodons will be released into the world.
What is that?
You're acting like this doesn't affect you. You've been chosen by Fairy. This means that you alone can retrieve the Sword of Mana from the Sanctuary.
What? Oh, wait! This cannot be! What does this mean, Fairy?
I'm sorry. With the
She's
mana
like,
in the world
"Oops."
so depleted, a fairy can't leave the sanctuary for long without a host. If I hadn't found you, I wouldn't have made it.
Just kind of borrowed your body. Just, you know,
I
just
am
cause.
sorry, but finding Elliot takes precedence. Please, find someone else to be your host, Fairy.
Would that I were able to bear your burden. However, once a fairy finds a host, they are bound to them for their whole life. Only death can part them.
But I have no time to waste. With the Sword of Mana in your hands, Reese, you can take back the Kingdom of Laurent and find your brother. You can bring peace to your people.
Oh my. Did you read my thoughts just now, Fairy? This sounds too good to be true. But please,
The original
tell
game
me,
was published
what
in
is the Sword of
1995.
Mana?
It's a really
The
old
Sword
game.
of Mana is the embodiment of the ancient power of Mana, guiding force of spirits. It is an alternate form of the golden wand used to create the world itself. The one who holds the Mana Sword gains awesome power. The sword lies in the roots of the Mana Tree, waiting. Before the mana tree withers completely, you must reclaim the sword and awaken the goddess of mana once more. She alone can bring peace to the realm and grant your wish.
I will go if it means saving the brother I lost to those fiends from Navarro. I can avenge my father and my fallen kingdom with the Sword of Mana. Pray tell, where can I find the Sanctuary of Mana?
I am so sorry. But with mana so depleted, I don't have enough power to open the portal to the sanctuary. Not by myself.
Throughout the world are 8 points of mana energy, mana stones, sealing away the fearsome Benevodons. If you activate the mana stones, the portal connecting our world to the Sanctuary of Mana should appear.
Oh yeah, Blunt Man, this game was
that portal
like
is the Sanctuary.
This is one of the legendary
However,
games that really like changed gameplay for a lot of different things going forward.
Mana stones was sealed on purpose as the Mana Goddess began her slumber.
So what should I do?
In ages past, there once was an ancient spell used to control the energy from the Mana Stones and bend it to the user's will. However, countries refused to allow each other any control of the spell and use of the Mana Stones. The war that followed caused unspeakable damage. It was nearly as destructive as the sealed Benevodons. The survivors cursed the magic to avoid future tragedy, and forbade anyone from using it. Now the life of any person who uses the spell will be forfeit. There is no longer anyone alive who knows how to work this cursed spell.
There may be one way. If we borrow the powers of the elemental spirits that reside near the Mana Stones instead, I can combine their powers with what remains of mine to open the portal for everyone.
Splendid! This is a relief. If you wish to find a Mana Stone,
He's
I've
been
heard
so
many say
unhelpful
that
during
the
this
Light
whole
Stone is in
thing.
Cascade Cavern, guarded by the elemental Lumina. It is the cavern you pass through in order to reach here. Take Fairy. With what remains of her power, she can help you find Lumina in the cavern. See if you may borrow his light powers.
Fairy, answer me this. If I go with you, I can save Jessica?
Of course! The goddess of mana should be able to undo any magical curse once she reawakens. She can definitely help.
All right, then I'm in. Let's see this through.
So HP buffer. And I forgot to go outside, grab this other chest here. So yeah, so that's kind of the setup. Again, I roll my eyes at a lot of this stuff. It's like let's I need help, and there's this one funny little event that happens in Angela's thing where she sees this like fortune teller, and the fortune teller tells her her fortune. And there's a dude standing beside her who goes, "Hey, you told me that exact same fortune. What, WTF?" It's like, yeah. I thought there was something out here. I was wrong. So yeah, different characters have different like access to different areas or situations or things. So that's kind of cool because it it means that whenever you play the game, it's like certain areas are locked out because you don't have something in particular. So now we get to talk to Charlotte again.
Can I come with? Can I? Please? I heard what you were talking to Grandpa about. You are no simple adventurer.
And again, it's just her voice. It's her voice and her looks. If she was just a little bit different.
Since you have a quest of your own, I have a favor to ask. I gotta find Heath, and I need your help.
Now, Miss Charlotte, you know how worried your grandfather was about you. We will find Heath. Leave it to us. You should go home and see to your grandfather.
Come on! I'm just worried about Heath. Please, I really can't come with you. Oh, fine. You are so stubborn and mean. You meanie.
It's like, good lord. So yeah, now she's just pouting all the time. And again, if you want to go through all of the stories, then you either pick all the males or all the females, or interchange one or two of the males and the females. So it's still tempting. It's still kind of tempting because she's pretty handy in a fight. It's just, can you deal with her, outside of the fight and the constant whining that she does?
Okay. I never knew I had such power within me.
Gotta get this nuisance out of the way before we can go. No need to stick around after a win.
Alright, I actually haven't tried a full luck build yet. Let's actually give that a go. I don't know if I'll be able to unlock it in this playthrough.
This is my fight. No need to trouble yourselves.
Ah, bloody.
Stay true. We won admirably.
Wait! Stop! There's mana power coming from the waterfall. See that strange hole? Further
I love JRPGs.
I bet Lumina is in there.
It is, if that's what you're talking about, because JPG is. I'm just assuming that's what you meant. But yeah, no, I like JRPGs. I think they're like really. They've been a backbone of gaming for so long.
It is unwise to get in our way.
Took care of that.
This is my fight. No need to trouble yourself.
Of course. Aw, is it over? That's disappointing.
It is unwise to get in our way. Okay.
just to see how that works.
Is that the hole Fairy was talking about? It is so far. How shall we get over there?
Oh, right. I forgot you can't fly. I think I can use the residual
I forgot you
mana
can't
power
fly.
in the waterfall
Really?
to get you over there.
Yes, son, they actually do
give it a
have like
try.
real stories, and the stories are actually like usually impactful.
We did it!
She's so excited. Fairy's actually
Let
pretty
us
fun.
work together to defeat the enemy.
Oh, darn.
Stay true.
We're getting too good for these guys.
Got a hand axe. Nice.
Watch out for the enemy!
Well fought. Well fought. The area is clear of threats. We have earned a rest.
Okay.
It is unwise to get in our way.
Any last words? Don't think so.
No, wrong button.
Aw, is it over? It's disappointing.
Attack! Hostile entities, be careful!
That was the last of them. Don't get too comfortable, though. You'll wish you'd never crossed paths with us. Too bad.
This is bad.
Oh, so when you he's poisoned, so we're gonna go ahead and cure him.
Here!
Lots of items, lots of spells in the game. No moves yet, but I'm gonna load up another one as soon as we're done with this one. I'll show you some of the other how some of the other characters have like evolved up.
Let us work together to defeat
Hey
the enemy.
guys,
Prepare. Wind.
thanks for grouping up.
Stay true.
Of course.
We must continue to triumph.
Yay, an item seed. Alright, candy. Treasure chest. Winged bow. And money. So, oops, wrong item. So, winged bow gives +3 defense, +2 magic defense. So yeah, she's kind of a little bit more tanky now. Now I guess we might as well go ahead and do the boss, and then I'll load up the other saves. Just because there's no point in really like grinding out to get to level 7, which is the cap in the demo, before just showing you some of the abilities and how some of the other characters have like evolved up to this point. So we're gonna go ahead and save it here. Oh yeah, that was probably okay. Yeah. I messed up. I don't have a save with the. Oh no, wait. Maybe I do. Let's hope. Let's hope I do. Darn. Okay. Now, this boss fight, he looks exactly like the 1995 version of
the
himself.
elemental of light attack like this?
He
No,
really
this
did a
isn't the
number on
elemental
this.
we're looking for. It's a giant monster. So why do I feel mana power coming off of it?
Why would a monster give off mana power?
There is no time to think. We must
Aw.
act.
What a waste of time.
Don't think so.
Any last words?
Don't think so.
Allow me.
Oops.
Use this. I will not hold back. Wind! It appears weakened. I will end this.
This'll be over quick.
Some pretty good mechanics. Oh, I was going for the big finish.
What is that?
Heyo! Looking for Lumina? That'd be me. Nice to meet ya! A pleasure. And thanks for releasing me from
The
the
voice
belly of
acting
that
on
Full Metal
this.
Meanie, am I right? Who knows what would have happened if you hadn't come. Fairy filled me in on your plight while you were fighting. Telepathy's great, huh? Just like Fairy, we elementals need mana to live. I'll help however I can to make sure we save the mana of the world.
Lumina, where is the Lightstone?
It's straight up from here, deep within the old ruins. But you can't exactly get there from here. Oh, no. It's safe, though. For now, at least. It's so unstable. It seems like the Benevodon could be unsealed at any minute. We gotta get the rest of the elementals on board and open the portal to the sanctuary.
Huh? Look, there is a crack in the wall. Perhaps it is a shortcut?
So yeah, so now you've unlocked the elemental, you can do all these like cool abilities and whatnot. None of which I have on either of these two characters. They don't, at least in their current stance, they do not have magic. So I'm just gonna go over here, I'm gonna show you this, then we're back to here, we got the item seed and all that stuff, so that's great. Just out of curiosity, F4, I don't think that's enough. Yeah, alright, so yeah, that's essentially the demo. You go out here, actually you might as well, I guess, yeah, might as well. I'll show you what happens in the end scene here.
We should work together to defeat this threat.
Oh, right. Dude, level up, of course. Alright, there we go. Now with luck. So now their base stats are she's got 19 luck, he's got 21 luck, plus he's got the extra 10% attack on him.
Okay, leave it to me.
Let's see how many crits he's pulling now. Because so far I've been underwhelmed as to the attack. One crit.
Too bad. Doors?
We should continue on our journey as planned. This is my fight. No need to trouble yourself.
Took care of that.
I'm not seeing a lot of extra damage. I don't know, maybe crit's not the way to go.
It is unwise to get in our way.
Too bad.
We should leave this dark and treacherous terrain.
Gnome Day.
Allow me.
So the one thing that I don't like about the storyline is ultimately kind of like where it goes. But I'm not gonna do spoilers. But because I have played the game in the past, like the old version, I finished it, and it's like
Victory is easy with reliable
it's like
companions.
I haven't done that for years, and when I did, it was only like a partial translation. So it'll be interesting to like play through it now and have like the full story available right from the get-go.
We've earned a rest.
So that'll be kind of nice. So okay, here's the end little bit where they leave you on a bit of a cliffhanger.
What?
Defend yourself, girl!
What do you think
Or-
you're doing?
Thanks for taking down the cavern barrier. Saved us some trouble. Now, nothing's stopping us from invading Wendell. This is a present to show our appreciation.
No!
Let's get going.
Yeah. I don't know why does Fairy and why do they have the same ears? That's what I'm kind of curious about.
What do I do?
So yeah, so that is the end of the demo, but it's not the end of the stream. We're gonna try some stuff. Sure, might as well save it. Okay, so now, no thank you. I already checked that out. I've already got it pre-ordered. We're all good to go. Oof, bright light, bright light, bright light.
Trials of Mana.
Alright, so let's check out our Charlotte build. I think this is the right one. I hope this is the right one. So we got Charlotte and Angela. This is the one where I didn't get the ring. I got a ring from a random like thing, and that's kind of nice. So she's got. Oh no wait, on her. So let's go through. Yeah, we'll just check out the training. So okay, so here's Charlotte's ability. So she doesn't have as much power attack stuff, but she does have the power attack damage increase that she can kind of share, which is kind of nice. She's got sturdy, same as what's his face with the bonus strength. She's got ambush, which is kind of nice. And this is what makes her kind of a good character, is that she can really end up like pumping out a lot of damage just on like whatever she's doing. Plus she has access to spells. So she's got removing allies' status effects, which is super handy. She's got extra spirit. She's got the CS gauge thing, and she's got the healing ability that she could spam out whenever she does stuff. Close call increases recovery, and then this recovers more HP in battle, that kind of stuff. So really, you can build her as a kind of a tanky support, or you can build her as a like, you know, spellcaster, heavy on the spellcasting. Then you've got Angela, who she's got strength, magic recoil. She's got reclaim. This is a great ability for when you, especially if you're playing as the main. One of the other two guys, they have spell attacks that use up AP or magic points all the time. If you give them this ability, then they can recover, like, just they can farm mana points like crazy. So this is kind of good to get her up at least to the 6 for that, especially if you're having her as like kind of like a support to like two like melee characters. She's probably the most useful person other than like Charlotte to have as just like somebody to follow you around and like do stuff for you. She's got a bunch of spells, so she's got Cyclone, Magic Armor, Enigma, then she's got in the Spirit Tree she's got the Holy Bolt, which I can focus on it. So this deals light magic damage, and then she also recovers 2 MP whenever an enemy is defeated. So that's actually like, she's really solid. Yeah, and then she's also got Limit Break too. So Angela's probably like the number one character that you want to have with you if you're not playing her as your main. She's probably the number one like side character that I would say, because she's really handy in like everything that she does, and she's a flirt too, which is always nice when you're dealing with like characters. So she's got Holy Bolt, which we're not in combat, so we can't use it. Alright. So why can't I target that other one?
I don't have time for this.
Boom.
Stop.
So she doesn't the ability's not that
You win. Well fought.
it's not that strong, but it does attack multiple things at once. So, but then again, we haven't really like boosted her magic attack yet. Her ability is just slamming people with her stick over and over and over again. Well, kind of fun. Yeah, she's okay. She's not terrible. And then, I can't stand her. Like the whole Santa Claus double thingy is not doing anything for me. Excuse me. Oh, right. Let me switch back to Angela here. So, Holy Magic does increase damage to some mobs,
We can take this enemy in no time.
like Undead. The 133 there is a crit.
That was hardly worth the trouble.
So, yeah, her spells are kind of like stronger. Like, there's a lot of like, you know, weak to this, strong against that kind of thing. So that's why her abilities are sometimes not the greatest. Then you've got Charlotte over here with like the ability to heal. Then you've also got status effect, and the status effects are brutal in this game. Like poison will like take out half your character's hit points. So if you don't want to spam the items all the time, then it makes sense to like, you know, bring somebody along that can like cleanse stuff, and you can set that up on the strategy here. So you can set that up here. You can set her to target nearby enemies, whatever. Then you can also say, you know, exclusively protect. Protection is paramount. Balanced attacking, focused attacking. So, you know, depending on what you want her to do, she'll focus on some things more than others. Then the moves and the, she doesn't need to use items, but she can certainly spam attacks and abilities. So that's what the moves are. The AP or the MP usage there is that. So we keep her kind of like, we tell her go all out essentially, and then she's pretty good with that. Angela we've set up for 50-50, and then Reese, we don't want Reese spamming anything unless things are in big trouble. At least that's how I've got it set up so far. Her.
Let us work together to defeat the enemy. Too bad.
She does not too bad damage. Oops.
We have improved. Allow me.
So let's show you what I did here for them. I put all of her stuff into strength on this run, and she attacks like a tank or like a train. Like, she does really high damage. So let's see what we can do here. Normally it took a lot of hits to get these guys down. One shot basically most everything. And then with her special abilities, it's even more of a joke. She just slaughters everything. And again, we don't have her with the other abilities that we really do want to get with her. With Angela's like reclaim ability to like spam that out. We don't need that until like later on in the game. And then there's the mighty for the static attack power increase. So again, I'm really tossed up. I don't know whether to do this team or to do the team with Hawkeye and Angela. Let's just play a little bit of Angela's story now, just so you can kind of, just so that we've got it here, because it's actually quite interesting. But I will have to make another. I'll have to start up another game here. So, hey guys, come on, come get me. Everybody, group up, please. Group up, please, everybody. Everybody, group up. Group up. Yeah, sorry.
Of course we won.
Is this one where I have fought the thing? I can't remember. Probably is. Yeah, it is, of course. Alright. So Angela's story is pretty good.
Trials of Mana.
Yes, Blunt Man, you have some very disturbing imagery going on there. Very disturbing. Let me just reinforce that. It's extremely disturbing. I am so yeah, terrible of you. You should feel bad for yourself. But that is really funny. But so bad. So bad. So bad.
I am Reese. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Then you know what? On this one, sure. This is just a throwaway one, so whatever. I'm not gonna play it much past her kind of initial story here. So Angela's story. Hers is honestly, again, pretty rough. Like,
in Altena, the kingdom of magicians, the true queen's magic was all that kept the freezing temperatures of the surrounding snowy lands at bay. But as the mana of the world grew weaker, so did her power. Bit by bit, the ice and cold began to encroach on the castle.
Citizens, we all feel the magic draining from the land as mana weakens. For our mighty kingdom of Altena, this is of grave concern. We shall not sit idly while our country crumbles. No, we must open the forbidden portal to the sanctuary of mana, and then we can obtain the Sword of Mana.
I I thought that was
sanctuary
just
of
a
mana
legend.
was great for
Please
magic
provide
surveillance
me
orders
with
from
the
Her Majesty
majesty
the True Queen.
Be still. Legend says the portal to the Sanctuary of Mana only appears after activating the Mana Stones throughout the world. Obviously, no country would willingly give up a precious Mana Stone, so we expect a certain amount of resistance. We shall muster our strength and take the Mana Stones by force. Our true queen will obtain the Sword of Mana to rule her magic empire.
Long live the true queen! Glory to Altena! Oh, come on, Jose! Please?
Hush! No need to shout, Your Highness. Honestly, you know, I used to be the sharpest of the great magic users in the Altanish court.
Whoa, hang on. I do not need another trip down your winding memory lane. Just teach me the rest of yesterday's lesson. Ha!
I've told you time and time again, you cannot use magic simply by learning the steps. Your magic has not manifested because you rely on form instead of spirit.
Oh, please, not another lecture. Fine, I just won't ask for lessons anymore then. Take that.
Oh, this child.
I love this. Like I don't support her personality type, but
Look,
this
there's
is
Victor.
adorable.
Hey, Victor! Hey!
Oh, morning, Your Highness. Have you finished your magic lessons already? You know Jose complains to me whenever you skip lessons, right? Please consider my plight next time, Your Highness.
Angela, princess and heir to the throne of Altena. With a heavy burden dogging her steps, Angela grew up fatherless in the shadow of her mother's royal duties. Her childhood was extremely lonely. Instead of affection from her mother, it seemed all she received were scoldings. Though she knew that the queen had important responsibilities that kept the two from playing, that knowledge didn't stop Angela's frustrated tears.
You gotta feel bad for her. It's like
Starved for
and now
attention,
she totally is now
princess grew
like yeah
into a
she's starved for
rebellious
attention.
youth.
She's got daddy issues.
She often acted out,
like
playing pranks on members of the court. Though Angela became a renowned beauty, much like her mother, she remained woefully unable to wield the magic power of her bloodline. That lack of talent was never far from her mind.
Ugh, I am so bored. Why does nothing ever happen around here?
it's nice to watch her run too, you know, just because it's good. Running's good exercise, you know, it's really healthy, good cardio, good form. So yeah, we find out that the fire's been smaller as of late. Hasn't been as strong. Something's going on here. I wonder what it could be. I wonder if there's anybody to blame. Oh yeah, there's a ton of locked doors too. So, I always like having a thief in most of my games. Like I hate having like chests and treasure chests that are just unobtainable without them. Like, oh, that really burns me. Gotta have a rogue. Always gotta have a rogue. Spells. Mental boost. Magic shield. Oops. So the magic stone is out here somewhere. Instead of learning how to like live with the cold, they in turn just use the magic to like push it away, which I don't think is a very good idea. It's like putting off the problem for the next group of people to deal with. I wonder where I've heard that before. Items. I also love running around with her. She's like, I don't know why, but it's so funny. Like it's like her like eep. Victor's searching for you. Aw, Victor. So definitely, like, I mean, I'm highly entertained by this character. She is absolutely it's so fun to like play with. Oh yeah, she's totally a paladin. Yes, 100%. Super paladin here at your service. War cancel going on. Interesting. It's so funny. Oh, I know. I'm so entertained by something so stupid. Oh.
The Crimson Wizard is training the mages harder than ever. I heard some were injured, but I suppose that's one of the dangers of war. I'm not sure, but the Crimson Wizard might be as powerful as Her Majesty the Queen now.
Oh, there you are. Your Highness, the Queen and her advisor have called for you. I will wait for you in the gardens. Now is not the time to dawdle.
Please hurry, Your Highness.
Hey, yeah, no, it's genuinely really funny. Like, I like, it's hilarious. She's got some pretty good costume changes
Her
too.
Majesty is preparing our troops to invade Valsena across the sea. You must go to her, Your Highness.
Okie dokies.
Your Majesty, I believe you sent for me?
Angela, allow me to explain. As you know, we must control the Mana Stones to gain access to the sanctuary. That is the reason for our invasion. Legend says if we activate the energy of the Mana Stones in the world, the portal will open. And we don't question legend. We shall begin with the Altenish Mana Stone.
How will you do that?
We will use a forbidden magic spell, outlawed because it takes the life of the enchanter in exchange for that mana energy. However, my associate and I are too important for this sacrifice. If we use your body as a vessel for that cursed magic, your death would act as the catalyst we need to release the Mana Stone's true power.
Wait,
but
what?
Mother-
You're just gonna
You've
sacrifice
been a
me?
useless blight on my lineage for far too long. To think that my daughter could be so weak and powerless. Under these circumstances, sacrificing yourself for the spell is the most fitting end for my heir. Now come, my child.
No. No!
She's gone.
So yeah, apparently she's got some magical power. She just needed the right catalyst. Being told that she was going to be sacrificed is probably a good way to go about it.
Where? I'm outside the castle. But why would my mother? I can't return, but I have no idea what to do now.
Wasn't there a village to the east? That might be my only option at this point.
I know, it's pretty cold and you're not wearing very good cold gear. Just a little concerned about you, dearie. I know. I'm far too entertained by this. Oh, look, it's a penguin. He's got some kind of a club there, or trident. Oh, right. This is combat training. Not reading the screen.
You wish. Double slash. I actually won. I think.
That's what happens when you kill your opponent. You usually win. Or you're charged for manslaughter. One of the two. She definitely is not very strong. And this is why I probably wouldn't like main her, because it's like it takes a while to like unlock some of her spells, and it's kind of like, I mean, it's not bad, but it's like it's kind of a alright. Let's see if we can change that. So I'm kind of tempted to give this a try to like just kind of like see how that rolls. But the victory MP boost is probably it's probably handy. I don't know though. Oh yeah, yeah, she's got diamond shards. She's got tons of stuff. And I mean, when you're playing through the game, you do unlock like a fair amount of this stuff. So it's just in the demo, it's like you're kind of limited in what you get. So you know what? Sure, let's go for strength. Let's do some experimentation, shall we? Yes, yes, training characters. Yes. Thank you. Have not seen that like 10 times now already. Hello? Oh yeah, this is much better now. Yeah, that extra 5 strength went a long way. That's actually pretty impressive. I think that's where the mana crystal is. It's deep in there somewhere. I like how they got Christmas trees set up everywhere. No, I'm not gonna jump out, shout out the jump sound more than I already have. Lulz.
You'll regret this. Double slash. Are you challenging me? Double slash.
Oh, you kid. Boo. And because it's cold out, I think she's not doing okay.
It's too cold. I can't take another step. I want to go home. Please, Mother. Please.
Animation? I don't understand. What do you mean by animation?
Where am I?
Do you mean engine? Because this is the Unreal Engine. So
Oh, good. You're awake. My daughter found you in the snowfields. We brought you back to Ulrent. Please rest until you feel well.
like, oh, thanks.
Cheery, look! Our guest woke up.
Yay! Can I play with her? Huh? Can I?
Aw, she was just looking for a friend.
No, don't bother her. But I'll play with you.
Yay!
No, sorry, I want to talk. Don't want another. Oh. Another Red Dead Redemption problem where it's like you go to talk to somebody and you accidentally pull your gun out and shoot them. It's like, no, did not mean to do that. Oh, that's sad. That's so sad. That's so sad. Poor Grandma.
I think I'll go for a walk to boost my mood.
Yay! Walkies? Walkies? Alright, that's closed up. Your iPhone is really fancy. Are you cold? Oh, this is so good. Oh, the last ship is leaving. Item seed. Where's those item seeds? Treasure chest.
Welcome.
Can't see the merchants. Yeah, I already got that.
Come again.
Yeah, that's what I. The weapon sort of says the same old, same old.
Welcome. Lots of wares to browse.
Yeah.
Come again.
You don't have lots of wares. You have a ware. Well, I guess, I guess a ware that I can only use. Oh, that's the way back home. I wonder if I can go exploring this way. Yes, maybe, maybe. Yes, because there's nothing you should do more than when it's a freezing cold blizzard and go run in water. Did I go in here yet? I don't think I did. Woohoo! I'll find the princess. I saw her once, you know. She's a little girl who loves to play pranks. No more ships coming in. You must be cold. Oh, you're wearing outside in this weather. Warm up in here, yes. Oh, it's so funny when they make jokes like that. Oh, God, it's so funny. I think this kid's got a funny one, too. Come on, where's the... Oh, I think it's this guy. There's a reward if you find the missing princess. I saw a wanted poster in the Wall Tavern. If only I knew what she looked like. It's so funny because it's true. She-day, man-a-day. Try planting seeds. Well, we'll do that when we get a little bit more. Okay, this is the funny thing. Yeah.
Ma'am, I don't know what to do. Please give me guidance.
Sometimes people lose any last spark of hope and fall into the deepest despair. When that happens, you must go to Holy City Wendell and seek advice from His Eminence, the Priest of Light.
The Priest of Light?
To find your way through the darkness of despair, you will need a guiding light. Go to Wendell, child. That is your fate.
Like, ooh, fortune
Come
teller.
on! This fraud told me the same thing. Go to Wendell or whatever. All I asked was whether my next child was going to be a boy or a girl.
That's so true. Fortune tellers basically tell you, you know, whatever. I don't know, Blunt Man. Maybe that'll happen. I don't know.
Holy City Wendell, huh? I don't know what awaits me there, but I guess it's bound to be better than getting caught here in my own kingdom. I'll go. I mean, nothing could possibly be worse than staying cooped up in the castle. And if I learn how to handle my magic, maybe my mother will welcome me back. There's a chance, at least.
Heart heavy with the Queen's rejection, Angela left Altena as a wanted criminal with a price on her head.
So yeah, that's Angela's starting story. It's a little messed up. I guess it's a lot messed up. Like your own mother trying to use you as a blood sacrifice for some, ritual, which they don't even know if it works or not. They're just like, we'll try it. You use your daughter, your only child. Go ahead. She doesn't know magic anyway, so she's super useless. She's so snooty too. I love her personality. Blunt man, no, this is not something she needs. She's got to focus on her magic, That's what she's got to focus on. Bloodman, you're brutal today. Oh my goodness.
Chad? Belongs to Ferolia. Don't resist, and we may spare you.
Ferolian forces have taken the town and closed
Why is
the
it
docks.
the same
now my
dude
ship's stuck
each
in the
time?
harbor until who knows when.
Oh, come on! Now how am I supposed to get to Wendell? I don't know what I was expecting, but I don't like the look of these beastmen at all.
Especially not, cuz. So yeah, no, hit the button. Good lord. All right, so let's go take a visit to Reese and go through her dialogue, just because it's funny.
Hey, it might not be my place to meddle, but you should stay inside when beastmen are around. Leave. I'm free until then. If you're looking or not. Don't worry, I was joking. See?
That's so cute. Alright, so here's Reese.
Pardon me. My younger brother is missing, and I must find him as soon as possible.
And the first time we get an actual choice in the dialogue.
Lost boy around here.
Let's go with yes.
Really?
Yes,
Where?
I have.
Where did you see him?
Oh, she wants to know where? Oh, that over there?
Oh, you lied to me.
Oh,
terrible. But
I'm so
I
sorry.
suppose this was an attempt to cheer me up in your own way. So I thank you.
So, super funny. Angela is quite the yeah, she's quite the funny character. So yeah, that's the game. Now basically everything else basically repeats. The funniest dialogue is when you have Angela with you as a team member, not as your main character. She has more like funny stuff and things to talk about. But yeah, that's about it. It's like this is a big chunk of the game that they put out for this free demo, and I love the fact that they did this as a demo. Like, that's really honestly super cool. And oh my goodness, I think I missed, yeah, I totally missed this on my first go through here with Reese. You know, the game has a lot of potential with that one down there too, and I really like the general direction of where they're heading with this. And it is a very, like, even the territory, even the maps are similar to the original. They basically took this game and they're like, how can we make this game, you know, like it was before? And they've done a really good job with it. You know, it's not a super AAA production, because you know it's missing a lot of like smaller things that you kind of expect in some newer games. I'm surprised there's not a multiplayer where you play with, because I mean technically you could have a 3-way multiplayer in this, and I hope that's something that they look into, because they did that with, although they did it with, like, it was kind of wonky and stupid with how they did it with Secret of Mana, but still the game has like solid potential. So I like it. I like that I can theory craft so much with like their abilities. It's not it's close to the original, so a lot of like general things are going to be kind of the same, of like, you know, you want to focus on this and this and this, but they've done enough tweaking and changing of how the game functions that it's looking like it's actually going to be like a more unique experience this time around than if you just played the original. So there's lots of characters, there's lots of interesting things. There's so much personality with the characters. You know, so much personality with some of the characters. I just really like that, and I think it's something that's good. And I suspect, because they've already said that they're launching, when they launch the game, they're actually going to be launching it with this new story content to it at the end of the game that actually unlocks an additional class. So I'm hoping that if the game is successful enough, that they might actually do several DLCs and maybe even carry on the character. Oh, hey, Time Bean! How was your destiny? Was your destiny good? Yeah, now I'm tempted to keep playing here with her. You know what? Sure, why not? Let's show Time Bean how cute this character is and this other character. It's like, this one's pretty freaking adorable. Alright, now I have to make sure that I got all the items. Ooh, I don't think there. Up here, I think there's something up here. Yeah. Well, nothing. No, not nothing. Hey, Time Bean, check out the cuteness of her jumping sounds. Isn't that adorable? Well, this is typically what happens in a shooter when you're playing against you know, enemies and stuff. Yeah, she's adorable. Ah, no.
Beastmen of Ferolia look like humans during the day, but at night, they transform into animals. Don't leave the house after dark. You hear? Hey, if you're trying to leave the city, night is actually best. Once the beastmen transform, they lose their better judgment.
That's not a good thing for a young girl in a very small dress to be going out to a bunch of beastmen who have lost their better judgment?
The whole lot of them.
What is wrong with you, barkeep?
All amongst themselves until dawn. It's easier to sneak out of the city then. Good luck.
If it's easier to sneak around at night, I'll just go to the inn and rest until then. I am not about to risk my complexion by staying up all night.
It's so funny. Alright, have I missed anything? I don't think I loaded this at all. Nope, I didn't. And I gotta go to the harbor. Yes, Time Being, this is very true. She is wearing an outfit that would definitely beat most Beastmen. I think that is very, very, very easy to do. Yeah, wouldn't be the first time that, you know, you can defeat a foe like that. I mean, I remember in some early days in gaming, I was playing with a friend, and she was like, "Hey, check out my new outfit on my character," and I was like, "Wow, that is a very good outfit." And then I walked off a cliff because I was paying attention to the outfit too much, and she laughed for days and days and days. Yes, it's good for characters to use their assets. It's you know, it's important. And this is the thing. Well, I mean, Time Being, you know, because you've been reading my book. It's like it's like characters have to use everything that they have at their disposal. It's like, if you're not using everything that's at your disposal, then you're just, I mean, you're leaving things on the table. Like, really, like, seriously. You're just handing over a potential, like, win or an advantage to somebody else, or you're not using it. It's like, no, gotta use what you got. If your mother gave you something, use it. Looking for a place to rest? So now we discover that the Beastmen turn into werewolves. Oh. Somebody was playing this game and they're like, "Oh my god, they're so cute!" I was like, I don't know if I'd call that cute, but whatever floats your boat. Sure. Use the, yeah, why not? What you got for us? What you got for us? Dragon Fang, oil, strength serum, storm coin, couple wishes, and got it up like not even a quarter. I guess we're sneaking out now. I'm not very good at singing the song. Alright, head to Cascadia. Loot. Give me loot. Yeah, this is honestly like it's a pretty fun game, and it's very complex and it's very deep, and it's coming out in like 2 weeks, so it's like, you know, that's pretty handy, you know, considering all the stuff that everybody's going through right now. So might actually be a great time to pick up a very long and complex game, because this is like you can play through this like a number of times because of all the characters and how the character selection works. It's like you've got 6 characters and you can only play with 3 of them. Yay, level up. She's so adorable. Oof. I mean, look at how cute and adorable these killer bunnies are. Aren't they adorable? Item seed. No, no, no! Stupid. Twitter pop up. Or Twitch pop. No, Twitter, yeah, Twitter pop up. It's got my cursor stuck. Ugh, so annoying. Ah, darn it, I got hit. Yeah, let's try and speed this right up to the point where we'll pick up Reese. And we'll do some experimenting here. An invisible barrier blocking the way!
Someone's put up a barrier. I never learned how to dispel this. I need to find someone who can break the spell.
Oh, stop it, you two. Stop it. No. If I need... Like I need more inner voices. Yeah, I'm not keeping this safe. So I'm just gonna plow through this. So this guy's like, hey, maybe you should go to sleep, and you never know. And then you're all like, oh, okay. And you talk to this lady, and she's like, oh yeah, you should definitely go to sleep. Alright. Grab a few more of these. Just because I'm in the area.
No one believes me, but I saw it. A strange light was floating over the lake. Maybe it'll appear tonight, too.
I should definitely head to the end then. That's what they're telling me. Oh, I think we can pick up a weapon here. Might as well do that. Oh, you know what? Darn it. Okay, I'm just gonna do a fast clear. I'm already at the point where I'm like, yeah. There we go. So, so yeah, time being, basically, she's got the cutest like voice for like dialogue and stuff, and she's got one of the cutest for like her general like physical interactions too. It's just adorable. But I think Reese has probably the best voice for combat and like exploration, and then Reese also unfortunately has the worst voice for like dialogue. She's just a little dry, and I think that was probably like, you never know whether it's the actor or whether it's the director or whether it's the sound guy, right? Because it's usually like one of those that's just kind of messing things up. It's like the Dinglebot in Destiny. It's like Dinglebot was terrible. It wasn't the actor's fault, though. They got him to do a style, quoting, I'm using air quotes, they got him to use a style that was just not him. It was just terrible. And then they were all like, oh yeah, well, you know, the actor, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, that's your director there, buddy. That's not, you guys had a vision and it bombed. So, you know, don't try and blame somebody else. That is definitely your mistake. No time being, there are 6 characters to choose from. 6 characters, and you can only bring 3 with you at any given time. And that's how it is from like the start of like the game is set up like that. So whatever 3 characters you don't pick, you like turn down permanently. So you have to turn down somebody, and that is a not fun choice. So, all right, now it's daytime. We can finally like go in and do the sleeping thing after we buy a new weapon.
I love shopping.
I love shopping. She's so happy when she buys stuff. It's so adorable. Oh god, I have to do this again.
Welcome. Lots of wares to browse.
Alright, what's the cheapest thing to buy?
Good choice. Do come again. Do come again.
Oh.
Come again.
She doesn't do it. It's so annoying. She only does it when you buy weapons. And armor and stuff. Alright, how many do I got? I got 7? Sure. Let's go with 7. Let's see what we got. Give me a ring! Or a trinket or something. Claw, walnut, wishes, chocolate. Oh, frosty ring! Nice. Yep. So now she's got cancels out freezing attacks. Yeah. See, that's pretty cool. So yeah, it's definitely, you definitely get different stuff when you're doing the item crafting thingy. So all right, so we're gonna rest the evening.
Huh? What's that?
I know, the merchants in this game are hilarious.
A light?
Oh, so I'm not going crazy. You saw the light too. Oh, wow.
What?
That weird light was definitely magical. Maybe if I follow it, I'll find the mage who cast it.
Oh no! Chirp. Chocolate, chocolate. So yeah, new stick kind of helps. Adam seed. All right, here's this fun little bit. Alright, see ya.
Are you hurt?
I'm all right. Oh, who are you?
I'm Angela, a magician from Altena. I saw the light from Astoria's Inn.
I see. I have no other option. So I suppose you'll do. Hold on.
What?
Oh, never
It's
mind.
like, what?
I'll tell you later. Please. I need you to take me to the Priest of Light in Wendell. I can't fly any further on my own.
That is where I'm headed, so I don't mind taking you with me. But there's a barrier around the cavern. I think we're stuck here for now.
I can get us through the barrier. But we need to hurry. Something has happened to the Sanctuary of Mana.
The Sanctuary of Mana? Wait. That came from Astoria. What happened? I need to go back.
Oh, we need to get going. Let me rest inside you for a bit. You won't see me, but don't worry, I'm still here.
Again, it's like, hey, I'm gonna invade your person.
Wait. What? Don't delay. We must see
Her
to Astoria.
face. It's like, what?
Her voice is in my head?
Hurry.
Fine.
Her personality is so great.
So, why are you heading to Wendell?
I don't know what to do anymore. I'm looking for answers.
Oh, I see you haven't had an easy time yourself.
Fairy, she's really nice, girl. Like, I like Fairy. She's nice. I think she doesn't know personal boundaries, but you know, she's a nice girl. It's okay. So, anyways, the story just basically repeats from here. We're gonna go to we're just gonna like activate the one event thingy, and then I'm gonna probably like call it after that. Although I do like that she's gotten like so much stronger. I mean, yeah, I like the strength build on her. It's not actually as bad as I was thinking. As I was thinking it could be, or might be.
What happened?
Oh,
This
boy,
looks
man,
like the
you were
work
so
of
bad.
Beastmen. How terrible.
There is no time to waste. We have to get to the Priest of Light as soon as possible.
Pardon me, but I believe there is a barrier blocking the cavern route to Holy City Wendell. I do not suppose you know a way around it?
Oh, well, actually...
A fairy can get through the barrier! Oh my. I believe I saw fairy's light in the forest last night, but I was unable to investigate because of the beastmen in the area. Would you mind terribly if I were to accompany you? In truth?
And then she tells her story, which we're just skip this time because we already did that.
I am the princess of the kingdom of Laurent, as well as the captain of the Amazon Guard, since my mother passed. Agents from the Thieves of Navarro tricked my brother Elliot into letting them into the depths of the Citadel. They managed to stop the protective winds of the peaks. With the winds gone, the sleep spores incapacitated the Amazon guards, allowing the thieves to burn the Citadel. They never stood a chance. Not even my father. The king survived. Laurent is completely overrun. And my brother Elliot is missing, taken by the enemy. I will find those fiends and save Elliot for my father and my country. And also for me. Laurent will not be defeated, but I have not yet the power to restore my country, nor find my brother on my own. My father once told me that His Eminence, Wendell's Priest of Light, would offer guidance if ever I were in trouble. That is why I am here. Oh, I have not yet introduced myself. I am Reese. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Right, so that's the story. Again, I've got high hopes for the game. I hope it's good. I hope it's good. It really should be good.
So impatient. Give me a moment. I'll get rid of the barrier. There. You should be fine now.
I'm impressed that you managed to travel this far by yourself.
I am captain of the Amazon Guard. I am quite proficient with a lance or spear.
That's encouraging. Let's head to Wendell. So, I can take a break and leave the fighting to you, right?
Okay. Yeah, her personality's great. You can take a break, you can do all the fighting. I don't care. Oh, good stuff. Alrighty. That is the game. It looks solid. It's very entertaining. I'm having a blast playing through it. So if I don't know if you guys like it, you know, let us know, and I might try to do like a couple of like big videos or playthroughs on it once it comes out, depending on, of course, how everything's going with the insanity in the world. So yes. Oh yes, Blend Man. Yeah, don't say anything. Yeah, don't say anything. But anyways, alrighty. Thanks Bloodman, for hanging out. I hope everything gets better for you guys over there. It's really worrisome. But yeah, that's the stream. I will talk to you later. If I can. Oh, there we go. Alright, see ya.